is time. It is time to brew your best beer. Brought to you by Beer Greens Supply Company, BrewTubers Online Brewers Club, Brew UK, Panhead Brewery, Tanner Ritchie, Finney's Homebrew Emporium, Brig Selve, Hackney Brewery, Hashigo Sake, Mangrove Jacks, Sprig and Fern Tavern, Yakima Valley Hops.
Okay, time for another review. So we're going to be reviewing the BR181CA. Get this on pop. Not bad carbonation, good little pop. Good flavor. Actually, good smell. Okay. Well, flavors, that's always a good sign. Looks like a fairly clear beer. So let's give this a pour. Okay, this is a nice, nice straw, with a little bit of orange in it, and well, I don't know how everybody's carbonating their beers, but I'll tell you, there's been very little sediment and dredges on the bottom, so I wonder if everybody's using beer guns. And so let's put that one down. Color. From here, it's sort of like a dark straw, light bit of orange and yellow. The clarity of it is fairly good, you know, for a light beer. It's tough to get them crystal clear. Head retention, I wasn't too aggressive on the pour, but definitely there's carbonation and a little bit small bubbles coming up the sides. It's quite a smell. Okay, there's nothing off there. Maybe a almost caught like a pineapple, but there's also something there. Nothing terrible. Let's give it a taste. It's nice. It's fairly crisp, clear. It almost has a slight lager taste to it. So it might be a yeast. Let me check the malt bill on this. So we have no style selected. It's called Farmer's Dirty Daughter. It's a farm malt ale, so he's definitely using ale yeast. Floor malted BOH Pilsner. Some American red wheat malt. Okay. There's smoke malt, honey malt, pearl malt. Is using Czech Saaz, German Tettnager, and oh, here we go. So the yeast is a Wallonian. Gee, that's a tough one. Wallonian farmhouse. Sweet. It's an interesting taste. It's an excellent beer. I'm not familiar. I haven't tried any of those newer yeast from Yeast Bay. I know Ontario Beer Kegs has started them. I know they have a lot of yeasts to make sours, which just aren't my style, and I'm so glad that nobody made a sour beer, because I don't know if I could fairly judge it, because basically I don't like them. So, but this is a very enjoyable beer. There's still you can still taste the malt, but of course it's Pilsner, so it's always a light malt, and it has a nice clean sweetness to it also. Yeah, I could enjoy making this beer. Yeah. So I'll have to contact it to get the recipe for this, because this is actually quite excellent. And for a light beer, you don't detect any. I don't detect any of the off tastes, and I think a lot of the character is coming from the yeast. So I enjoy it. I'm gonna let this warm up a bit, but I could definitely sit down and have 2 or 3 or more of these. It's a nice beer. It's nice. It's clean. If I had this on top, it'd be gone. So, great job. Let me try this a little more, and then we'll let it go. Okay, I'm about to do my final notes on the beer. Still, it warmed up. It's still nice and clean. You have the light malt from the Pilsner. No real hops, not like the real pungent hops, but it's there slightly. It's nice and clean. If this beer was clear, like perfectly clear, right at the pub. Nice taste. This is one I definitely got to get the recipe from whoever brewed it. So nice tasting. I would imagine this is probably what you're aiming for. So it turned out there's now that towards the end, I do think I taste more of the yeast. Maybe that's a little bit from the dredges, and I think the yeast is probably what gave it a lot of its character, rather than the malt itself. But an excellent drinking beer. Good job.